just pops up and makes noise.
Elsbeth is back CBS Thursday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount+.
The cool down you've been waiting for is about to drop. We'll look at the fall-like temperatures and rainstorm possibilities. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we joined our UP veterans in Washington, D.C. as part of the honor flight where they visit the nation's capital and seeing some of the country's most important monuments. Plus, a rally at the state capitol where those in attendance seek to preserve the Second Amendment. We'll hear from some of them. And the Marquette County Sheriff's Office details the issues with their jail not having enough capacity. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Yeah, originally I was going to say it was another great day for weather, but right about now it's not so great.
Well, it did start great. It still can be a great day, and actually it's a great night in my opinion because I do love a thunderstorm, especially at night, which is what we are hearing right here outside of the studios in downtown Marquette. We've also got some cloudy conditions down in Escanaba where this live cam is coming from. Those lows we'll expect to be in the 60s this evening, still mild temperatures, but we could see some strong thunderstorms this evening into early Friday morning. We've got chances of very strong wind gusts up to 45 miles an hour and then maybe some small hail. I'll tell you more about it after the break.
All right, thanks, Aaron. I do agree with you. I love the rain myself. Nearly 80 veterans from the UP are headed home tonight from our nation's capital. They were on an honor flight. It's a trip where veterans get to fly to Washington, D.C. for the day, seeing the sights and monuments as a way to say thank you for their service. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp met up with the veterans during their trip, which some describe as a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
As the sun was setting, veterans from the Upper Peninsula were able to explore iconic Washington, D.C. sites along the National Mall. It's all part of an honor flight mission to D.C., where they fly down for the day to see the monuments and memorials dedicated to service members like themselves as a way to show appreciation for their service.
So we have got 75 veterans with us today. 3 of them are Korean, and then 72 are Vietnam, and 4 of them are women.
Their trip was pushed back a day after fog kept their plane grounded in Escanaba yesterday. Organizers say they touched down in Washington a little late today, so they had to condense the trip a bit. But the veterans we spoke with,
so far it was great.
They're happy with what they've been able to see and explore despite the bumpy start.
Did a lot of drive-bys. We knew pretty much about everything we went by, so I mean, it's once in a lifetime you see it, you know, so I'm happy with the trip.
Wife and I were here 20 years ago, and it's just overwhelming. I mean, we don't have this traffic in the UP.
Yeah, but we love all the monuments. One of my other favorites was Iwo Jima. I'd never seen that in person. I love it. And we're on our way to the wall, Vietnam Wall. I'm going to do some rubbing, so yes, we're excited to go there. He served in the Vietnam era.
You know, you feel like you did something important by putting your time in a service, and they kind of forgot about you when you come back home way back, 50 years ago, and now it's a little different. I'm kind of happy that I come on this trip.
In Washington, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
Over 100 gun owners gathered at the Capitol to march and speak up about protecting the Second Amendment. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy was there and has more for us about their message today.
For 10 years, gun rights advocates have gathered at the Capitol for an annual march, spreading their message and hoping to secure their Second Amendment rights.
I can't thank you guys enough for standing up in the face of criticism, in the face of external pressure, in the face of bureaucratic government overreach that will attempt to intimidate you They will attempt to suppress your rights.
This past year, Democrats in the legislature passed laws surrounding safe storage, mandatory universal background checks, and extreme risk protection orders. Some at today's rally didn't want to appear on camera, but say they felt those were the first steps to taking away what they called a God-given right.
The important people are not the people up here on the steps. The important people are all of you. That's why I wanted you to raise your hand and you to be recognized for the effort that you go through to support your rights.
State lawmakers spoke to the crowd, pushing them to vote this November and pay attention to candidates across the ballot who will stand up for the Second Amendment.
We are working hard to take back the House. Right. Very hard. We need your help. I mean, you showed up today, thank you very much, but you need to show up every day. You need to show up here when we have session. We need you.
With less than 50 days until the election, lawmakers and protesters are stressing the importance of voting for seats from the state house up to the president, saying it's about preserving Americans' right to liberty and freedom. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The U.S. Postmaster General says the Postal Service is ready to deliver the nation's mail-in ballots. Louis DeJoy held a news conference Thursday listing what he calls extraordinary measures that will begin in October, those including designated lines at post offices for people with ballots, extra deliveries, and after-hour drop-offs to election offices. He also announced USPS processing facilities will be open on the Sunday before Election Day.
We encourage the voting public to mail early if they choose to vote by mail, and to put their returned ballot back in the mail at least 7 days before it must be back to their election official under the laws of the state where they are voting.
The USPS is currently facing criticism from political leaders on both sides of the aisle. Jail overcrowding has been a problem in Marquette County for years. The current sheriff and the full county board are now in agreement that something has to be done. Our John Truitt spoke with Sheriff Zybert and has more.
On Tuesday, the Marquette County Commission voted to proceed with Phase 1 of jail improvements. Phase 1 will consist of retaining a consultant to assess their needs and space requirements, facility renderings, and a construction plan. The current jail was originally built to hold 60 inmates. However, it was expanded later to a capacity of 80. Zybert says that once the jail is at capacity, convicted nonviolent inmates may be released due to overcrowding.
We have a jail plan, and anything over 80, we start discussing with the judges, the courts, and my staff on who we should release, the lesser of the evil, to put back into the public.
Zybert blames the rise in jail population to the popularity of Marquette County as a destination. Another big factor is the prevalence of methamphetamine, stating that drugs often lead to persons committing more serious crimes while under the influence. Sheriff Zybert believes that drug abuse treatment should be part of the plan.
Ideally, my big dream is to get some type of treatment / incarceration. You got to have it and mix it together so you have both.
The county commissioners voted unanimously to fund the initial phase of the project. County Board Chairman Joe DeRocha believes that now is the right time to solve the jail's problems.
What we're looking forward to is finding out what the numbers need to be, the projected numbers. How many beds do we need to add? Currently, 80 is the capacity. We're currently at like 92.
Until a new jail is realized, the county will continue to use temporary measures like housing inmates at other UP jails. In Marquette, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
The board and the Sheriff's Department will decide whether to remodel, rebuild, or relocate the jail at a later date. Gwynn has a new daycare option for kids who want to experience the outdoors. Lucky Ducklings Daycare Center cut its ribbon today. The home daycare opened at the end of last month and still has quite a few open spots for kids. Being out in the woods close to town, the owner says she wants to take advantage of the nature around the house to help kids learn. She also has a host of farm animals like chickens, turkeys, and of course ducks for kids to interact with and help take care of.
Like to be able to get the kids out to help feed the animals and spend time with the animals to learn about the animals. My 11-year-old takes care of the animals most of the time, so it's been a great experience for him.
For anyone interested in sending their child to Lucky Ducklings Daycare, visit WZMQ19.com for more information. Still to come on your 19 News at 11, we check out the final Music on Third for the season in Marquette. Plus, the Boniface Arts Center is looking for artists to help out with their Northern Exposure exhibit. We'll tell you what they're looking for and what prizes are available when we come back.
Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News. For more than 30 years, our community has come through, building affordable homes, making critical repairs, and building ramps for those who need a little help and a little hope. Habitat for Humanity volunteers produce amazing results treasured forever. You could be our next hero. Volunteers are needed to provide affordable housing in Marquette County. Join in, sign up, it's easy. Go to UpersUnited.com or use the QR code shown here. A public service message of Habitat for Humanity and WZMQ TV 19.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy premium vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Update your home with new GE appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. GE appliances are built to last, have print-resistant finishes, and offer high performance with energy efficiency. Kirkish has a large selection for both kitchen and laundry, free delivery, and 0% financing.
Tonight, who's with me? Come on! The Bears New with Anderson Cooper and music from Sting tonight on CBS.
25 years of fun and you're invited. It's the silver anniversary of the Downtown Marquette Farmers Market. Come celebrate with us every Saturday morning at the Marquette Commons. From 9 to 1, you'll find a wide variety of local foods, produce, art, and so much more. Plus, the Wednesday night Farmers Market on the 100 block of West Washington Street is back from 5 to 8. For more information, visit mqtfarmersmarket.com. The Farmers Market is presented by the Marquette TDA and sponsored by Flagstar Bank and WZMQ 19.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Now, award-winning WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with Air Stasic.
If you've got to head out this evening or in those early morning hours on Friday, even in Friday afternoon, your windshield could look similar to that. We are expecting a lot of scattered showers and some thunderstorms as well. Those winds could get a little bit gusty during the strongest thunderstorms and even a chance of hail, although a lot of that is looking marginal to low risk for that. Check it out here. We've got thunderstorms covering most of Wisconsin. We did have a tornado watch for Minnesota, the eastern portion of Minnesota and the western portion of Wisconsin earlier this evening. That is cleared out, so that's good news. We have some thunderstorms hovering over Marquette as well as that Wisconsin borderline. As we get into those early morning hours here, we're expecting some rainfall, scattered rain showers there. And then again, things could get a little bit thunderous as we get into those early morning, Friday morning hours on 6 o'clock here, looking at the Keweenaw Peninsula as well as the border there of Dickinson County into even Menominee County, and then some strong storms possible around 8 a.m. So if your commute is headed down into Menominee County, heads up on that. That could continue even into 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, as it looks like the northwest coast should be drying out for the most part on our Friday, but a lot of that action is moving to the east half there for Friday afternoon and those early evening hours. Not expecting a whole lot of accumulation, so that's also some good news. But remember, if it's a strong storm, there could be heavy downpours as well. Taking a look at what we're expecting for that accumulation in the morning, this is decreased from what we thought it was going to be earlier, so that's good news. But just a reminder, it could hydroplane and a lot more precipitation expected for the eastern half there, maybe 0.3 of an inch. So cloudy conditions tonight, and then we've got those lows in the 60s. I love those temperatures tomorrow. These look really nice as well. Expecting mostly 70s in Marquette here. We've got chances all day of that precipitation party, and a lot of us are expecting those cloudy conditions in the morning to kind of clear out for sunnier skies in the afternoon. And then Friday is also NMU's homecoming kickoff with the parade, I should say, at 5:30 starting on Fair Avenue at the Berry Event Center there. We're whipping around downtown Marquette. We'll expect around 74 degrees around 5:30, and then partly sunny skies. Of course, chances of precipitation, so just be prepared for that. But Saturday, if you're going to the tailgate party, look at these conditions. This is actually the last day of summer. We're looking at a high of around 80 degrees. That tailgate party starts at 11 a.m. with lots of bright, beautiful sun, 70 degrees to kick things off, and then rain coming back for that first day of fall on Sunday.
All right, thanks a lot, Air. An annual Marquette tradition draws to a close for this year. The Marquette DDA's Music on 3rd had its final night of the season, blocking off all of North 3rd Street for people to come out and enjoy over a dozen local musicians. According to the DDA, this year was the biggest yet and sparked interest both in and outside of Marquette. This was the first time the whole street was closed down, and the DDA says with how well this year went, they hope to be able to expand even more next year.
The ideas that have been brought to us, the feedback can it go later? Can you have more venues or bigger production? So all those things are being considered and ways to kind of elevate this event and kind of do it effectively and, safely.
Music on 3rd will return next summer on the 3rd Thursday of each month from June through September. An annual Big Bay Festival is right around the corner. The 4th annual Big Bay Fall Festival is this Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and volunteers are needed. The Big Bay Stewardship Council needs help working the snack shack, raffle sales, setting up and taking down, and the bouncy houses, which need 4 volunteers at once. Volunteers can sign up by either emailing coordinator@bigbaystewardship.org or going to the festival's website.
Come show up, help out. It's all about just taking part in the community and contributing to this event. So we will have some raffles and prizes and takeaways for volunteers. We have mums and pumpkins and decorations and stuff like that. But it's just going to be a beautiful day up here.
There is no cutoff date for volunteers to register. Volunteers can even show up Saturday ready to work. For more information on the Fall Festival, go to WZMQ19.com. The Dickinson Area Economic Development Alliance, also known as The Alliance, hosted its annual fall update at Bay College this morning. Infrastructure, housing, and childcare were in focus. Executive Director Mindy Myers highlighted efforts like the $600,000 grant to identify lead-contaminated water lines in the city of Iron Mountain. Other developments include major water repair and road construction project in Kingsford and tools to boost housing development. Myers also emphasized collaboration with state and local partners to move these projects forward. Access to affordable child care remains a growing concern, with the Alliance exploring state resources to help local families and employers.
Very invested in finding solutions for childcare and working with our partners across the UP and the state of Michigan to find some resources. Something needs to happen. So Michigan did start a tri-share program. There are things in motion.
The director asked for locals and visitors to be patient as several critical road and infrastructure projects are underway in the county. Escanaba's Boniface Art Center is seeking entries for one of its longest-running exhibits. The juried Northern Exposure exhibit will open for its 31st year this November and December. Submissions of all mediums will be judged on creativity, originality, and craftsmanship, and prizes ranging from cash to an artist residency will be awarded. Boniface staff say Northern Exposure is a contemporary exhibit showcasing what artists across the UP are creating right now.
There's a lot of pieces that kind of have a through line, and so is there something in the water? Because you could tell the moods. We had one show that 5 different pieces had northern lights in them, and then we had another show that was all about landscapes. So it's really fascinating.
The deadline to submit artwork for Northern Exposure is October 4th, and interested artists can visit WZMQ19.com for more details. This afternoon, Bay College and the Oscar G. Johnson VA Medical Center partnered to comfort local veterans during Suicide Awareness Month. Students, staff, and community members created cards of hope, which will be delivered to veterans in care packages. According to the medical center, more than 6,000 veterans died by suicide in 2021. Organizers hope these positive messages will provide some encouragement to veterans who need it.
One of the things with suicide prevention that's really important is 2 heads are better than 1, 4 are better than 2, and really the adage of it takes a village, and we can't do it alone. To let our veterans know that there's people thinking about them.
It's just another piece of a homemade touch to know that the community cares about them.
Bay's Iron Mountain campus will create cards of hope next Thursday. The college and Oscar G. Johnson plan to make it an annual event. Mike Ludlam has your look at sports when we come back. He shows us some girls tennis action as Norway faces off against Negaunee and Hancock takes on Calumet in volleyball. We'll be right back.
Tonight, Who's with me? Come on! The Bears New with Anderson Cooper and music from Sting. Tonight on CBS.
Room with a view. That's what you get with the powerful new Toyota Tundra.
The electrified iForce Max powertrain can deliver up to 437 horsepower.
And this was easy. Tundra can tow up to 12,000 pounds.
And it's got the best resale value in its class.
Now you can make room for a new 24 Tundra and get 3.99 APR financing for 72 months, $2,000 customer cash, or a low $449 a month lease.
Nobody knows trucks like Toyota. Let's go places.
My passion is keeping the UP informed. After 30 years telling you about what's going on outside your house, I'm now running for state representative to keep you informed about what's going on in Lansing. We deserve a representative who will listen, learn, and lead on the issues that matter for the UP. I'll always put Peninsula over politics. With your vote, I'll work with anyone and everyone to bring clearer skies for Upper Peninsula families.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
Good evening, everyone. Let's start with a Major League Baseball first. Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Dodgers has been trying to create a new statistic, 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in the same season. He did that and more tonight in Miami against the Marlins. Didn't take long for Ohtani to get the stolen base part down. Top of the first, he steals third base. Third baseman a little short on the tag there, so that was number 50. He stole another base later. We jump to the top of the 7th inning, and let's go opposite for number 50. Off Mike Baumann, 391 feet, so he officially became a 50-50 player at that point. But believe it or not, and just for grins, in the top of the 9th inning, off Marlins reserve infielder Vidal Brujan, was that even a good enough batting practice meatball? I ain't got doubting that one. 440 feet, home run number 51. Dodgers close to a 20-4 win over Miami. Ohtani's stat line, 6 at-bats, 4 runs scored, 6 hits, and 10 RBI with 3 homers. And the Dodgers clinched a playoff berth as well. Negaunee continues its winning ways when it comes to girls high school tennis. Kyle Sari's squad hosted 2 teams this afternoon. First was the Norway Knights. We will check on the action at first doubles. Norway is in the far court. That would be Kara Stankina and Mary Cavanetto against Negaunee's Autumn Ring and Alyssa Borlace. Both teams chasing the ball all over the place, it seems like. That one's going back again, and Ring not quite able to get that one over the net. Point for the Knights. Then on the next point, Negaunee would get back at it. Borlace will get a put-away volley right here after she deals with the net cord. Bang, that one is gone. And Negaunee in good shape in that match. We'll jump over the first singles where Lily Saunders was taking on the Knights' Jordan Muln. And Saunders will come to the net and successfully put this one away. Negaunee went on to win the team score by the count of 7-1. In the other match, Negaunee also defeated Munising 7-1. Menominee and Marquette played to a tie at 4. 8-player football, Forest Park defeats North Dickinson 53-32. By the way, the Munising-Brimley game for tomorrow is forfeited with Munising winning. High school boys soccer, Houghton turns back Iron Mountain 8-0. And high school cross country, the Panthers Blue Bolts invite at Chassell. For the boys, Jeffers wins with 26. Dollar Bay is next, followed by Ironwood. Individually, Calvin Kidda at Chassell, another victory, 17-27.1. Zach Smith of Ironwood was next, followed by a pair of Jeffers runners, Landon Larson and Cameron Anderson. On the girls' side, Ewan Trout Creek, 2 points better than Hancock, with Calumet in third. Individually, Aubrey Smith of Ironwood, your winner, about 8 seconds faster than Alyssa Shirkley of Gogibic, with Ella Karanen of Hancock third, and Sylvia Aho of Chassell in fourth. Turning the volleyball, Calumet, the number 1 team in the UP Large School poll, entertaining Hancock in this one. This is first set action, and for Hancock, I should say, that is Brooke Hoskala with the kill. Copper Kings up 2-1. Then up 14-10, Calumet, though, shifted into a higher gear. Maddie Torla with the put away there, that tied the set at 14. Jackie Keelan with a service ace, 18-14 Calumet. Not done yet. Bella Capo sets Torla for another kill, and the next thing you know, that was 22-14, a 12-0 run for the Copper Kings. Calumet won the first set 25-18. Let's go to the second. Bulldogs break quickly. Koskela makes Calumet pay for an overpass. Hancock leads 5-0, and Hancock adds to it. Sadie Biakala will get the kill coming up there, and it's timeout Calumet, Crimson and Gold up 11-5. Then Bella Capo to Allison Bajorn for the kill. Copper Kings climb within 12-11. Calumet had set point at 24-23, but Hancock pulls through. Little miscommunication by the Copper Kings, and all of a sudden we're tied at 24. Then Hancock's turn to win the set. Calumet's kill attempt will be just long, so that tied the match at 1, but Calumet won the next 2 sets to take the match, 3-1. Elsewhere on the scoreboard, Negaunee a road victory over Houghton 3-0. It was Lakeland and Hubble 3, Wakefield Marinesco 2, 15-12 in the 5th. Triangular tonight, Jeffers over Ontonagon 2-0. It was Chassell over Ontonagon 2-0, and Jeffers defeated Chassell 2-0. West Iron County swept Westwood. It was Manistee over Iron Mountain 3-0, and Kingsford did the same to Marquette. Maddie Kreider 13 kills for the Flivers. Wild match at Barker v. Harris, Superior Central the winner 3-2 and 16-14 in the 5th. Blue Devils defeat Sheboygan 3-1. It's North Dickinson 3 and North Central 0. Newberry defeats Pickford 3-1. Kearney Natal easily over Rapid River 3-0. And Munising over Mid-Peninsula 3-0. Brimley also defeated Engadine 3-0. And we will be right back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
For most people, their second biggest purchase is their vehicle.
It matters what you buy and who you buy it from.
Selection matters.
Riverside has 7 dealerships and 10 different brands.
Certified matters. Shop our huge inventory of certified vehicles at riversidehasit.com. Trade-in values matter. Riverside gives you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us.
Selection, quality, and price. What matters to you matters to us at Riverside Auto Group.
At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, this is why we walk. This is why we walk. They're why we walk. And you know what? This is why we walk too. We walk in the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's because we're getting closer to beating this disease. But to get there, we need you. Join us. Hey!
Looking out across the UP, you know it's a place worth fighting for, but it's a balance. Protect our economy and workers, and safeguard our way of life. That's why I support the Clean Water Plan to hold polluters accountable and protect our water. It's why I fought for mining and logging jobs, and I'll always stand up to my party when they're wrong. Now I'm working to make housing more affordable and make the UP energy independent, because my job is looking out for you.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law. How to raise children. Get out of here!
Door cat.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
See what's bothering Archie on All in the Family.
Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ Me TV. Amy Doyle reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
We're saying goodbye to the 80s, and we do have some 70s out there, but overnight we'll expect to be mostly in the 60s. We could see some gusts as well, up to about 25 miles an hour. And then Friday, we've got chances of fog. Mostly that is for that Wisconsin border. I'm looking at Iron River, and then some chances of rainstorms. We'll see those clouds clearing out in the afternoon, but definitely have your student prepared at the bus stop for some cooler temperatures and again, rain chances. Looking at Friday night football playing in Houghton, it's looking mostly sunny by that evening hour of about like 7 o'clock. Kingsford, maybe a little bit more cloud coverage, but look at those temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Possible showers for Pickford. So if that's where your team is headed, or if you are in Pickford, make sure you're prepared for some wet bleachers as well. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo, same kind of conditions. We'll expect really nice summer weather on that Saturday.
Sounds good, Air. And finally tonight, the Upper Peninsula gets the coveted crown on USA Today's list of the top 10 best places to view fall colors. A panel of 12 travel experts listed the UP the #1 place to go leaf peeping this fall, besting the popular East Coast destinations like the Finger Lakes in New York, Stowe, Vermont, the Berkshires in Massachusetts, and the White Mountains in New Hampshire. USA Today says with 10 fall color routes that cover a total of nearly 1,500 miles, there are endless opportunities for a peaceful autumn drive to soak in the scenery. UP Travel also has a list of places for prime fall color viewing. We have that up on WZMQ19.com. Rounding out the top 5 spots were Laurel Highlands, Pennsylvania, Hot Springs, Arkansas, the Blue Ridge Mountains in Georgia, and Hocking Hills, Ohio. It is a special time of the year, folks.
It is.
Are you looking forward to the fall colors there?
Listen, I love the fall colors, but I love like the apple cider, the vest weather, that kind
and
of.
football. Looking forward to it. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bucko's Party Store, where the party starts. They're your party store and more in Calumet. They have a great selection of snacks, frozen food, craft beers, and top shelf liquor. When the winter chill gets to you, keep warm and in style with Keweenaw alpaca gear.
Save your bucks at Bucko's!